The 1950s were an era of automotive extravagance, with manufacturers competing to create vehicles that embodied style, luxury, and innovation. However, in their quest to dazzle consumers, some cars prioritize flashy features over practicality and functionality. While they looked impressive, these models often fell short in performance, reliability, or usability, leaving them as impractical status symbols. Here are 12 cars from the 1950s that were all show and no substance.
Dear viewer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your support.
Number 12. The 1957 Cadillac El Dorado Brougham was the pinnacle of post-war American luxury, a car designed to dazzle the wealthy elite with its extravagance. However, its combination of avant-garde features, sky-high price, and questionable practicality earned it a place in automotive history as a fascinating yet flawed experiment. Cadillac introduced the El Dorado Brougham as a limited production luxury sedan, competing against European marques like Rolls-Royce. Hand-built with cutting-edge technology and innovative features, it carried an astronomical price tag of $13,074, double that of a standard Cadillac. The Brougham's interior was packed with luxurious yet impractical features, such as a built-in vanity kit complete with powder, lipstick, and a compact mirror, a minibar with magnetic shot glasses and decanters, memory power seats, automatic trunk operation, and even air suspension, which was highly innovative but notoriously unreliable. These over-the-top touches leaned more toward gimmickry than genuine utility, making the car feel like an indulgent showcase rather than a practical luxury sedan. At $13,074, the El Dorado Brougham was the most expensive American car of its time. For comparison, a brand new house in 1957 cost about $12,000, making the car accessible to only the ultra-wealthy. Even with its advanced features, the price was hard to justify, especially given that Cadillac's own Series 62 offered ample luxury at half the cost. The advanced air suspension system frequently failed, causing a bumpy ride and costly repairs. The cutting-edge technology was ahead of its time, but lacked the durability and refinement to match its ambition. Despite its size and luxury, the El Dorado Brougham wasn't particularly spacious, with its low-slung roofline compromising headroom. The high-maintenance features added little to the driving experience, appealing more to status than substance. The car's futuristic styling, including its pillarless design and stainless steel roof, was undeniably striking and innovative. Features like memory power seats and self-leveling air suspension were groundbreaking, paving the way for modern luxury car innovations. Cadillac produced only 400 El Dorado Broughams in 1957, making it a rare collector's item today. Its limited numbers and extravagant design have cemented its status as a symbol of 1950s excess. The El Dorado Brougham is a testament to Cadillac's ambition during the golden age of American automotive design. While its features and price tag made it unattainable and impractical for most buyers, it remains an iconic example of post-war luxury and innovation pushed to its limits. Cutting-edge features need to be reliable and functional. Cadillac's air suspension was groundbreaking, but proved to be a costly headache for owners. While luxury buyers expect exclusivity, excessive gimmickry can dilute the appeal of a high-end product. Practical luxury often trumps flashy impracticality. Even for the wealthiest buyers, a car must justify its price through a combination of quality, reliability, and usability. The El Dorado Brougham's astronomical cost limited its market appeal. The 1957 Cadillac El Dorado Brougham is a fascinating mix of brilliance and absurdity, remembered as much for its excesses as its innovations. While it was dumb in its impracticality and cost, it remains a shining example of how Cadillac once aimed to redefine luxury. Whether or not they succeeded is still a topic of debate. Number 11. When Ford unveiled the Thunderbird in 1955, it was marketed as a response to the Chevrolet Corvette, a sleek, two-seat personal car that combined performance with luxury. However, the Thunderbird's execution leaned so heavily on comfort and style that it completely abandoned the principles of a true sports car. While it became a commercial success, its initial design and positioning earned it a spot among cars that missed the mark. While Ford claimed the Thunderbird was a direct competitor to the Corvette, the car's design and performance told a different story. Its curb weight of nearly 3,400 pounds made it significantly heavier than the Corvette, dulling its athleticism. Powered by a 292 cubic inch V8 producing 193 horsepower, the Thunderbird had decent straight-line speed but lacked the nimbleness expected of a sports car. With its emphasis on luxury features like power seats, a telescoping steering wheel, and air conditioning, it was clear that Ford prioritized comfort over performance. The Thunderbird was advertised as a personal car, a vague term meant to straddle the line between luxury and performance. Buyers expecting a high-performance sports car were likely disappointed to find a cushy boulevard cruiser instead. The Thunderbird's suspension was tuned for comfort rather than precision, resulting in lackluster cornering ability. Its heavy build, combined with a focus on luxury appointments, made it more suited for leisurely drives than spirited outings. The Corvette may have struggled in its early years, but it retained its sports car DNA. By contrast, the Thunderbird immediately pivoted to being a luxury vehicle with no pretense of sports car aspirations. This comparison made Ford's initial attempt seem unfocused and opportunistic rather than innovative. The Thunderbird's focus on luxury filled a niche that the Corvette ignored. Buyers appreciated its comfort, refinement, and premium feel in a smaller, stylish car. Features like a removable hardtop, roll-down windows, and a well-appointed interior made it more practical and desirable to a broader audience. The Thunderbird's sleek styling, with its low-slung profile and bold grille, captivated buyers looking for a status symbol. Its design emphasized elegance over aggression, which helped it appeal to those who prioritized looks over speed. Ford quickly realized that the Thunderbird wasn't suited to the sports car market and began positioning it as a luxury coupe. By the second generation, the Thunderbird had grown into a larger personal luxury car, carving out a highly successful niche. The Thunderbird's failure as a sports car competitor to the Corvette didn't stop it from becoming a cultural icon. Its blend of style, luxury, and comfort defined a new market segment and contributed to its enduring popularity. However, its initial pitch as a Corvette competitor feels more like a case of mismatched intentions. Attempting to compete in a market without committing fully to the segment can lead to confusion and missed opportunities. Comparing the Thunderbird to the Corvette was a strategic error that exposed its shortcomings as a sports car, overshadowing its strengths as a luxury cruiser. Ford's willingness to pivot away from sports car aspirations allowed the Thunderbird to thrive in a category better suited to its design. The 1955 Ford Thunderbird might not have delivered as a sports car, but its luxurious appeal and stylish design resonated with buyers, ensuring its commercial success. While it missed the mark as a Corvette competitor, its legacy as a luxurious personal car remains a defining moment in American automotive history. Number 10. The 1958 Packard Hawk was a desperate attempt to inject some glamour and excitement into the dying Packard brand. Born from a tenuous partnership with Studebaker, the Hawk combined styling quirks and questionable engineering decisions that alienated buyers. Though it aimed to make a statement, it instead became a symbol of the brand's decline. The Hawk's front end was dominated by a bulbous fiberglass nose cone that clashed with the rest of the car's styling. Intended to appear modern and sporty, it instead looked clunky and out of place. Chrome-heavy accents only accentuated the odd proportions, making the car look more garish than refined. The Hawk attempted to blend elements of luxury and performance, but failed to deliver convincingly on either front. Its sporty pretensions were undermined by its 2-ton curb weight and outdated underpinnings. While the interior was well appointed with leather upholstery and a padded dashboard, it couldn't compete with the luxury offerings of Cadillac or Lincoln. Powered by a 275 horsepower supercharged 289 cubic inch V8, the Hawk had decent straight-line performance, but suffered from a harsh ride and uninspiring handling. It used a dated suspension system that made the car feel clunky and unrefined, even by 1958 standards. By 1958, Packard was effectively a badge-engineered version of Studebaker vehicles. The Hawk was based on the Studebaker Golden Hawk, and buyers could easily tell that it wasn't a true Packard. This dilution of the Packard name damaged the brand's once pristine reputation for innovation and luxury. Fewer than 600 units were produced, reflecting its lack of appeal to the buying public. Its high price tag and awkward styling made it uncompetitive in a crowded market. For some enthusiasts, the Hawk's bold, unconventional design holds a certain charm. It stands out as an oddity from an era known for excess and experimentation. Its low production numbers make it a rare sight today, giving it some value as a curiosity for collectors. The Hawk was Packard's swan song, and its failure to resonate with buyers marked the end of an era. The car's mismatched design and lack of focus epitomized the struggles of a once great brand trying to stay relevant in a changing automotive landscape. The 1958 Packard Hawk was a car that aimed for luxury and performance, but delivered neither convincingly. With its odd styling, mediocre engineering, and lack of identity, it became an unfortunate footnote in Packard's storied history. A cautionary tale of what happens when desperation drives design. Number 9. The 1958 Dodge Royal Lancer was a shining example of the late 1950s automotive design trends pushed to their limits. With its exaggerated styling, excessive chrome, and towering tail fins, it embraced the bigger is better mantra of the era. Unfortunately, beneath its flashy exterior, the Royal Lancer failed to deliver the reliability, performance, or innovation needed to make it a lasting success. The Royal Lancer was drenched in chrome trim, from the grille to the tail fins. While flashy at the time, it quickly became an example of automotive design excess. The oversized tail fins were more decorative than functional, serving as a distraction from the car's lack of modern engineering. Dodge offered a variety of engines, including the Super Red Ram V8, but the engines were notorious for poor reliability and required frequent maintenance to keep running smoothly. Build quality was inconsistent, with reports of fit and finish issues, rattling interiors, and body panels prone to rust. The Royal Lancer's suspension and chassis were not as advanced as competitors like Chevrolet or Ford. Its soft ride quality made it comfortable but compromised handling, making it sluggish on curves. Dodge continued to use a push-button transmission, which, while novel, was clunky and prone to mechanical failure. The Royal Lancer was positioned as a premium model in Dodge's lineup, but its high price didn't match the quality or innovation offered by rivals. Buyers often felt they were paying more for styling gimmicks than substance. While competitors like Chevrolet and Ford were introducing innovative features such as fuel injection or improved automatic transmissions, Dodge was still relying on older technologies. The Royal Lancer did little to set itself apart from Dodge's lower trims, which made the extra expense seem unjustifiable. The Royal Lancer's over-the-top styling captures the essence of 1950s American automotive culture. It's a relic of an era when cars were rolling works of art, no matter how impractical. Today, the 1958 Royal Lancer is a favorite among collectors who appreciate its dramatic lines, bold color schemes, and chrome-heavy aesthetic. Dodge marketed the Royal Lancer with an emphasis on its forward-look styling, a design philosophy championed by Chrysler's famed designer, Virgil Exner. While polarizing, it left a lasting impression on automotive history. The Royal Lancer symbolized both the triumphs and pitfalls of 1950s automotive design. While it succeeded in turning heads, it failed to provide a reliable or innovative driving experience. Dodge's gamble on style over substance may have worked in the short term, but left the Royal Lancer overshadowed by better-engineered cars as the market moved into the 1960s. The 1958 Dodge Royal Lancer was a product of its time, embracing the era's obsession with flashy designs and conspicuous consumption. However, its lack of reliability, innovation, and practical value ultimately made it a forgettable entry in Dodge's history. It remains a reminder of what happens when form takes precedence over function. Number 8. The 1953 Nash Healey was an ambitious collaboration between Nash Motors of America and Donald Healey, a British automotive designer. It was envisioned as a stylish Anglo-American sports car that could compete with European marques like Jaguar and Alfa Romeo. Despite its pedigree and international flair, The Nash Healey ultimately failed to carve out a significant niche due to its high price, uninspired performance, and confused identity. The Nash Healey carried an astronomical price tag of around $5,908, approximately $65,000 in today's dollars. This placed it above the cost of high-performance competitors such as the Jaguar XK120, which offered better performance and prestige. Buyers balked at paying a premium for a car that carried the Nash brand, traditionally associated with economy cars. Under the hood was a 3.8-liter Nash inline-six engine, upgraded with dual carburetors and an aluminum cylinder head to produce 140 horsepower. While respectable for the time, it paled in comparison to European sports cars with similar or lower price tags. The heavy steel body and modest powertrain resulted in a sluggish 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 12 seconds, far behind the competition. The Nash Healey's hybrid origins, American engineering, a British chassis, and an Italian body by Pininfarina, resulted in a car that didn't fully appeal to either sports car enthusiasts or luxury buyers. It was seen as a jack of all trades but master of none, failing to offer the performance of a true sports car or the refinement of a luxury grand tour. Production numbers were low, with only 162 units built in 1953. The scarcity was due in part to limited demand and the logistical challenges of manufacturing a car with components sourced from 3 different countries. The Nash Healey lacked the racing pedigree or brand cachet to attract serious sports car buyers. Nash was primarily known for producing practical, affordable cars, and the Nash Healey's association with this image worked against it in the premium sports car market. Buyers didn't see Nash as a company capable of building a world-class performance car. The Nash Healey is often considered one of America's first sports cars, preceding even the Chevrolet Corvette, introduced in 1953. Its ambition alone makes it a noteworthy piece of automotive history. The car's styling by Pininfarina was elegant, featuring a streamlined profile, long hood, and tasteful chrome accents. Though polarizing at the time, it has aged into a classic aesthetic. The international collaboration between Nash, Donald Healey, and Pininfarina was groundbreaking, demonstrating the potential of combining strengths from different automotive cultures. The Nash Healey competed at Le Mans, achieving a commendable third-place finish overall in 1952. While this racing success didn't translate into sales, it added some credibility to the car's sporting ambitions. Due to its rarity and historical significance, the Nash Healey has become a desirable collector's car. Its unique blend of American, British, and Italian elements appeals to enthusiasts of classic automobiles. The Nash Healey represents a bold but flawed attempt to create an international sports car during a time when the American market was just beginning to embrace high-performance vehicles. While it failed to achieve commercial success, it laid the groundwork for future American sports cars and serves as an intriguing example of cross-continental collaboration in automotive design. The 1953 Nash Healey's ambition was admirable, but its execution left much to be desired. High costs, middling performance, and a confused identity doomed it to obscurity in its time. Today it's remembered more as a curiosity than a competitor, a relic of an era when automakers experimented with daring ideas that didn't always work. Number 7. The 1957 DeSoto Adventurer Convertible was the pinnacle of the brand's luxury performance offerings, aimed at capturing attention with bold styling and raw power. However, this car quickly became a symbol of automotive excess in the late 1950s. Despite its striking appearance and powerful engine, it suffered from a lack of practicality, refinement, and long-term appeal. The Adventurer Convertible featured excessive gold trim, including gold grille accents, wheel covers, and Adventurer badging. While meant to project opulence, the design came across as gaudy and ostentatious, alienating more conservative buyers. Its exaggerated tail fins and chrome embellishments were a product of the era's longer, lower, wider styling trends, but bordered on caricature. Under the hood was a 345 cubic inch Hemi Phi 8 engine, producing 345 horsepower, an impressive figure for the time. However, the car's weight and lack of modern suspension technology made handling cumbersome, especially compared to lighter, more agile competitors. Fuel economy was abysmal, even by 1950s standards, making the Adventurer an impractical choice for daily driving. The Adventurer convertible prioritized luxury and performance over comfort and usability. Its heavy build and large dimensions made it difficult to maneuver in urban settings, and parking was a chore. The lavish interior, featuring intricate gold and black upholstery, was susceptible to wear and tear and required meticulous maintenance to keep up its appearance. With a price tag of $4,272, roughly $45,000 in today's dollars, the Adventurer convertible was out of reach for most buyers. For the price, consumers could purchase a Cadillac or Chrysler 300, which offered greater prestige and a better balance of luxury and performance. Only 300 units of the 1957 Adventurer convertible were produced, making it a rare but niche offering. This exclusivity was more a result of low demand than deliberate scarcity. DeSoto was already on shaky ground by the late 1950s, and its market position as a mid-tier luxury brand was being squeezed by Dodge below and Chrysler above. The Adventurer convertible, as a halo car, did little to bolster the brand's image or sales. The 345 horsepower Hemi Vibe 8 was a standout feature, delivering exceptional straight-line speed for its time. The Adventurer could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 9 seconds, making it one of the fastest American cars of the era. While polarizing, the Adventurer convertible's design encapsulated the excesses of the late 1950s and remains a visual icon of its time. Its bold tail fins, gold accents, and sweeping lines make it a favorite among collectors and enthusiasts of 1950s Americana. With only 300 units produced, the Adventurer convertible is highly sought after by collectors. Restored models can fetch six-figure sums at auctions, proving its enduring appeal as a piece of automotive history. The Adventurer convertible represents the height of DeSoto's ambition, but also highlights the excesses and impracticalities of 1950s luxury cars. While it boasted impressive power and head-turning style, its high cost, unwieldy handling, and brand struggles made it an impractical choice for most buyers. Today it serves as a relic of a bygone era when automakers competed to outdo each other in flash and flair, often at the expense of usability and market success. The 1957 DeSoto Adventurer convertible was a bold statement of power and luxury, but failed to deliver on refinement or practicality. Its excessive styling and high price limited its appeal, and its association with a declining brand cemented its status as a symbol of misplaced priorities in mid-century American car design. While it holds value today as a collector's item, the Adventurer convertible remains a cautionary tale of how excess can sometimes overshadow substance. Number 6. The 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air convertible holds a special place in automotive history as one of the most iconic cars of the 1950s. It introduced a fresh new design and became a symbol of the optimistic post-war American dream. However, beneath the glamour, it had its flaws. Chief among them, its lack of everyday practicality, especially in less temperate climates. While undeniably stylish, it struggled to meet the needs of those seeking a versatile, reliable vehicle. The convertible soft top was not well suited for harsh weather conditions. In cold or rainy climates, the canvas roof lacked the insulation and durability of a hardtop, leading to drafty interiors and potential water leaks. Convertibles of the era were notorious for their poor rear visibility when the top was up, making the Bel Air convertible inconvenient for routine driving tasks like parking. The convertible body style prioritized style over practicality. With its two-door configuration and limited trunk space, it wasn't ideal for families or those requiring a more functional car. The top mechanism added weight and complexity, impacting the car's handling and performance compared to the coupe or sedan variants. While the Bel Air convertible was marketed as a premium vehicle, its fit and finish were still in line with Chevrolet's status as a value brand. Buyers looking for true luxury and refinement often opted for competitors like Cadillac or Buick. At $2,206, approximately $25,000 in today's dollars, the convertible was significantly more expensive than the base model coupe or sedan. For many buyers, the extra cost didn't justify the sacrifices in practicality and comfort. The materials used in 1950s convertibles, particularly the vinyl roofs, were prone to wear and tear from prolonged exposure to sun, rain, or snow. Maintaining the car in pristine condition required significant effort and expense. The 1955 Bel Air Convertible debuted Chevrolet's motoramic styling, characterized by clean lines, bold chrome accents, and two-tone paint schemes. It was a head-turner, helping Chevrolet establish itself as a style leader in the 1950s. The 1955 Bel Air was the first Chevrolet to offer the 265 cubic inch small block V8, which provided a significant boost in performance. Paired with the new Powerglide automatic transmission, it delivered smooth and reliable power, making the Bel Air a pleasure to drive. The Bel Air Convertible captured the spirit of the 1950s like few other cars. Its association with cruising, drive-ins, and a carefree lifestyle helped cement its place as a cultural icon. While more expensive than base models, the Bel Air Convertible was still affordable compared to luxury brands, allowing middle-class buyers to enjoy a touch of extravagance. The 1955 Bel Air Convertible remains one of the most collectible classic cars today, celebrated for its design and historical significance. It is often seen as the epitome of 1950s American car culture, embodying the optimism and flair of the era. However, its impracticality for everyday use, especially in harsher climates, limited its appeal as a practical vehicle. It was a car for sunny days, not all seasons, a flashy indulgence rather than a dependable workhorse. While the 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air Convertible was an icon of style and performance, it was far from perfect. Its impracticality, higher cost, and vulnerability to weather made it a less than ideal choice for buyers needing a versatile car. Nonetheless, its design, innovative engineering, and cultural significance ensure its place in history as one of the most beloved and occasionally frustrating cars of its time. Number 5. The 1956 Lincoln Continental. Mark II was touted as the pinnacle of American luxury cars during the 1950s. Crafted with exceptional attention to detail, it represented the zenith of the Lincoln brand's ambitions. However, beneath its impressive exterior and premium features lay a reality that rendered it impractical for many buyers. As a result, it became a symbol of automotive excess rather than a paragon of functionality. Priced at $10,000, equivalent to over $100,000 today, the Mark II was the most expensive American car of its time. This price point put it out of reach for most consumers, limiting its market to the ultra-wealthy and making it impractical for a mass-market vehicle. Despite its high cost, the Mark II did not offer unique luxury features compared to more affordable luxury brands like Cadillac and Chrysler, leading many buyers to question its value. The Mark II was renowned for its meticulous craftsmanship, featuring a hand-built body and an array of intricate components. While this was impressive, it contributed to a weight of over 5,000 pounds, affecting performance and handling. The car's complex systems often led to reliability issues. Over-engineering meant that when problems occurred, repairs could be both difficult and expensive, undermining the luxury experience. With only 3,000 units produced during its 2-year run, the Mark II became a rare sight on the road. While exclusivity might appeal to some buyers, it also meant that parts and service were often hard to come by, complicating ownership. The limited production run also meant that resale values dropped significantly after purchase, making it a poor investment for many buyers. Despite its luxury status, the Mark II lacked many modern conveniences that buyers expected, such as power windows and air conditioning, which were available in less expensive competitors. The car's trunk space was also disappointingly small for a vehicle of its size, limiting its practicality for long trips or transporting luggage. The Mark II was powered by a 365 cubic inch V8 engine that, while powerful, was not fuel efficient. It struggled to deliver adequate mileage, costing owners significantly in fuel expenses. An impracticality in an era when gas prices were beginning to rise. The Mark II featured an elegant, timeless design characterized by its long hood, sweeping lines, and distinctive Continental spare tire trunk lid. It set a standard for luxury aesthetics and remains admired by collectors and enthusiasts today. The interior was a masterpiece of craftsmanship, with fine leather upholstery, real wood accents, and a range of premium materials. The level of comfort and quality was exceptional, catering to the desires of luxury buyers. The Mark II quickly became a status symbol among celebrities and wealthy individuals. Its association with luxury and exclusivity elevated its profile, making it a notable vehicle in pop culture. Despite its weight, the Mark II offered a smooth ride and competent performance, thanks in part to its powerful V8 engine. The car was known for its quiet, comfortable ride, making it a favorite for leisurely driving. The 1956 Lincoln Continental Mark II is often remembered for its luxurious appeal and status among the elite. However, its impracticalities overshadowed its strengths, leading to perceptions of it being a symbol of excess rather than a practical luxury vehicle. Today, the Mark II is celebrated by collectors and enthusiasts as a classic piece of automotive history, illustrating the era's fascination with opulence and design over practicality. While the 1956 Lincoln Continental Mark II epitomized the luxury car market of its time, with its stunning design and high-quality materials, it ultimately represented a level of automotive excess that was impractical for most buyers. Its high cost, over-engineering, limited practicality, and reliability issues contributed to its status as a cautionary tale of luxury gone awry. Despite these shortcomings, it remains an iconic symbol of 1950s American automotive culture, revered by collectors and enthusiasts alike. Number 4. The 1958 Plymouth Fury was emblematic of the late 1950s automotive culture, characterized by its bold styling, aggressive marketing, and attempts to position itself as a performance vehicle. While the Fury was visually striking, it ultimately failed to deliver on the promises made through its flashy advertisements and became a symbol of style over substance in the automotive world. The Fury was known for its flamboyant styling, featuring excessive chrome, dramatic tail fins, and bright colors that epitomize the era's design trends. While eye-catching, this gaudy aesthetic often overshadowed more practical design considerations. The car's design was criticized for being too busy and cluttered, making it less appealing to those seeking a more refined or understated vehicle. Plymouth marketed the Fury as a performance car, branding it with slogans that highlighted its supposed speed and agility. However, this was misleading, as the Fury's engineering did not live up to the hype. Although it featured a powerful 318 cubic inch V8 engine, the overall performance was underwhelming, and its handling was often described as unresponsive and heavy, undermining its image as a true performance vehicle. The 1958 Fury suffered from various mechanical problems, particularly related to its electrical systems and drivetrain. Owners often experience issues with starter motors, ignition systems, and transmission failures, leading to frustration and dissatisfaction. This lack of reliability tarnished the car's reputation and left many owners feeling that they had invested in a poorly engineered vehicle. The Fury was a heavy car, tipping the scales at around 3,400 pounds, which negatively impacted its performance and fuel efficiency. The combination of its weight and the V8 engine led to poor mileage, making it less practical for everyday use during a time when fuel economy was becoming increasingly important to consumers. The emphasis on style and comfort came at the expense of practicality, further alienating potential buyers. While competitors were innovating with advanced technology and performance features, the Fury lagged behind with its outdated engineering. Its lack of significant advancements in handling, suspension, or braking systems meant it could not compete effectively against other cars in its class. The reliance on its flashy design and marketing, rather than genuine performance innovation, ultimately hurt its credibility among serious car enthusiasts. Despite its shortcomings, the 1958 Plymouth Fury has achieved a cult following over the years, especially due to its appearances in popular media, most notably Stephen King's novel, Christine. This has cemented its place in automotive history as a memorable and iconic car. The Fury offered an array of comfort and convenience features that were ahead of its time, such as power windows, power steering, and an optional push-button automatic transmission. These amenities catered to buyers looking for a blend of style and comfort. The car was available in a range of striking colors and two-tone paint schemes, making it a popular choice for buyers seeking to stand out on the road. The 1958 Plymouth Fury serves as a reminder of an era where style often trumped substance in the automotive industry. While its over-the-top design and marketing efforts may have attracted attention, the car ultimately fell short in terms of performance, reliability, and innovation. Today, the Fury is recognized as a classic piece of automotive history, representing both the highs and lows of 1950s car culture. In retrospect, the 1958 Plymouth Fury's grand ambitions were undermined by its lackluster engineering and heavy reliance on marketing. While it remains an iconic vehicle from the 1950s, its shortcomings serve as a cautionary tale about the perils of prioritizing style over substance in automotive design. Despite its failures, the Fury continues to be celebrated by collectors and enthusiasts, embodying the spirit of an era marked by flamboyance and excess. Number 3, the 1955 Studebaker Speedster was intended to be a stylish and sporty model that captured the spirit of mid-1950s automotive culture. However, while it managed to turn heads with its bold design, the Speedster ultimately fell short in practicality and performance, leading to its classification as a novelty rather than a serious contender in the automotive market. The Speedster was known for its vivid and unconventional color combinations, which, while eye-catching, often bordered on the tacky. The bold hues and contrasting designs were a marketing attempt to attract younger buyers, but instead alienated those looking for a more sophisticated vehicle. The flashy aesthetics detracted from the car's overall appeal, as potential buyers often perceived it as overly gimmicky rather than a serious sports coupe. The Speedster's design prioritized style over practicality, with cramped seating and a small trunk space that made it less functional for everyday use. As a result, it failed to meet the needs of consumers who valued versatility in their vehicles. The car's emphasis on aesthetics left little room for comfort or usability, making it less appealing for families or those requiring a vehicle for daily errands. Despite its sporty appearance, the Speedster was equipped with a modest 259 cubic inch V8 engine, delivering performance that was uninspiring compared to competitors. While it could produce decent horsepower, it lacked the agility and handling characteristics expected of a true sports car. The underwhelming performance left many enthusiasts disappointed, as they anticipated a more exhilarating driving experience based on the car's sporty design. The Speedster struggled to define its identity within the Studebaker lineup. It aimed to compete with more established American sports cars but lacked the pedigree and reputation to be taken seriously in that segment. As a result, it was often viewed as a half-hearted attempt to enter the performance market without fully committing to the features and capabilities that would have justified its sporty aspirations. The Speedster's novelty appeal was short-lived, resulting in disappointing sales numbers. Many buyers who initially gravitated toward the car were ultimately deterred by its impracticality and lack of substance. The model's limited production run meant that it quickly faded into obscurity, overshadowed by more successful and practical vehicles from other manufacturers. The Speedster featured a unique and recognizable design that set it apart from other cars of its era. Its low-slung body and bold styling elements captured the essence of 1950s automotive design, earning it a place in the hearts of some collectors and enthusiasts. The Speedster came equipped with several features that were innovative for the time, including a push-button transmission and options for leather upholstery. These amenities catered to buyers seeking a blend of style and comfort. Despite its shortcomings, the Speedster has gained a dedicated following among collectors and vintage car enthusiasts. Its rarity and unique design elements make it a sought-after model for those interested in the quirky side of automotive history. The 1955 Studebaker Speedster stands as a testament to the mid-century obsession with style and flashiness in the automotive industry. While it captured attention with its bold design and color schemes, it ultimately faltered in practicality and performance. Today, the Speedster is recognized more as a novelty item than a serious contender, embodying the spirit of a time when cars were often more about image than substance. In retrospect, the 1955 Studebaker Speedster's vibrant design and attempts at sporty performance could not overcome its practical shortcomings and limited appeal. Although it remains an interesting piece of automotive history, its legacy serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by manufacturers trying to balance style with functionality. The Speedster may not have achieved the lasting impact of its competitors, but it continues to evoke curiosity and nostalgia among car enthusiasts. Number 2. The 1959 Cadillac Series 62. Convertible is often remembered for its striking design, particularly its massive tail fins that became a defining feature of automotive styling in the late 1950s. While it stood out as a symbol of luxury and flamboyance, the car ultimately showcased the era's excesses, resulting in a vehicle that prioritized aesthetics over practicality. The tail fins on the 1959 Cadillac reached almost absurd heights, resembling something out of a cartoon rather than a functional automobile. While they were designed to evoke a sense of speed and modernity, their exaggerated size made the car look impractical and overly ostentatious. Instead of enhancing the vehicle's aerodynamics, these massive fins contributed to a perception of style over substance, leading many to view the car as more of a spectacle than a serious piece of engineering. The Series 62 convertible's design prioritized visual impact, often at the expense of practicality. The car featured an expansive interior filled with luxurious materials, but it also came with a hefty size that made maneuverability challenging, particularly in urban settings. Additionally, the overly complex design elements detracted from ease of use, with features like oversized door handles and cumbersome seating arrangements that were more about show than functionality. The luxurious features and massive size of the Series 62 convertible contributed to its significant weight, which adversely affected its performance. The car's handling was often described as sluggish, making it less enjoyable to drive compared to its competitors. Coupled with a thirst for fuel that was typical of large V8 engines of the time, the Series 62 convertible's fuel economy left much to be desired, making it an impractical choice for budget-conscious buyers. The 1959 model featured engineering that, while advanced for its time, quickly became outdated as the automotive industry began shifting towards more efficient and compact designs. This made the Cadillac feel like a relic of an era that was rapidly changing, particularly as consumer preferences evolved toward more practical vehicles. The car's reliance on chrome and heavy ornamentation contributed to its perception as outdated, leading potential buyers to seek more contemporary alternatives. While initially a symbol of prestige and luxury, the 1959 Cadillac Series 62 convertible struggled to maintain its desirability in subsequent decades. As tastes changed, the exaggerated features that once attracted attention became sources of ridicule. The car's association with the excesses of the late 1950s ultimately overshadowed its luxury status, causing it to be overlooked by collectors and enthusiasts who sought more balanced designs. The Series 62 convertible is undoubtedly one of the most recognizable cars from the late 1950s, with its bold lines, vibrant colors, and dramatic tail fins. It remains a symbol of the excesses of the era and is often celebrated for its artistic approach to automotive design. Despite its impracticalities, the car was filled with luxurious amenities, such as plush interiors, advanced sound systems, and power accessories that catered to the desires of affluent buyers at the time. The 1959 Cadillac Series 62 convertible has become a cultural icon, often featured in films and media, representing the opulence and style of the 1950s. Its legacy lives on in popular culture, serving as a reminder of the era's automotive aspirations. The 1959 Cadillac Series 62 convertible is a striking example of mid-century American automotive design, embodying the era's extravagant style and disregard for practicality. While it achieved fame for its dramatic appearance, it ultimately serves as a cautionary tale of the pitfalls of prioritizing aesthetics over usability. Today, it remains an enduring symbol of an age where cars were not just vehicles, but statements of identity and excess. In retrospect, The 1959 Cadillac Series 62 convertible's dramatic tail fins and luxurious features may have made it a standout in its time. But its shortcomings in practicality and engineering have rendered it a symbol of the era's excesses. While it holds a special place in automotive history, it serves as a reminder of the fine line between innovation and overindulgence, highlighting the importance of balancing style with functionality in automotive design. Number 1. The 1952 Hudson Hornet convertible brougham stands out as a unique entry in the automotive world, combining the famed racing pedigree of the Hornet with the glamour of a convertible. However, while it aimed to capture the spotlight with its flashy design, it ultimately suffered from a fundamental mismatch between its styling and the practical strengths that defined the Hornet nameplate. The Hudson Hornet was originally celebrated for its impressive performance on the racetrack, excelling in stock car racing during the early 1950s. However, the convertible version was impractically designed, prioritizing flashiness over the functional engineering that made the Hornet a success. By transforming a performance-oriented car into a convertible, Hudson undermined its inherent strengths. The lack of structural rigidity associated with a convertible body often compromised handling and stability, critical elements for a car built on a racing legacy. The Hornet convertible brougham was heavier than its fixed-roof counterparts, leading to diminished performance. This added weight detracted from the agility and speed that the Hornet was known for, making it less appealing to driving enthusiasts. In an era where performance was highly valued, the convertible's cumbersome feel and less responsive handling fell short of the expectations set by the Hudson name. While the convertible was designed to attract a broader audience, its appeal was limited. The flashy aesthetics catered to luxury buyers, but alienated traditional Hornet enthusiasts who valued performance over glamour. Additionally, the high price point associated with the convertible version made it less accessible to the average consumer, further narrowing its market appeal. The brougham's design included luxurious amenities, but this focus on comfort came at the expense of the performance features that had made the Hornet a champion. Elements like power steering and a more plush interior could have compromised the original racing spirit. The shift from a performance-focused vehicle to one that prioritized comfort and style diluted the Hornet's essence, leading to disappointment among loyal customers expecting the same level of performance. The 1952 Hudson Hornet convertible brougham had a relatively short production run, making it a rarity but not a legendary model. Its inability to gain a solid footing in the market meant that it quickly faded from public memory, overshadowed by more successful models from competitors. As Hudson faced declining sales and financial struggles, the Hornet convertible brougham became a footnote in automotive history rather than the iconic model it could have been. The Hudson Hornet convertible brougham featured a striking design that turned heads. Its bold lines, chrome accents, and open-top configuration set it apart from the competition, showcasing Hudson's unique approach to automotive aesthetics. At its core, the Hornet was engineered with innovative features for its time, including a powerful inline-six engine and unitized construction. These elements contributed to its reputation as a reliable and capable vehicle, even if the convertible version compromised some of these strengths. The Hornet became a symbol of American automotive history, particularly due to its success in racing and its appearances in pop culture. The convertible version, though flawed, added to the legacy of the Hornet and remains a collector's item for enthusiasts interested in unique automotive designs. The 1952 Hudson Hornet convertible brougham is a classic example of how ambition can sometimes lead to missteps in automotive design. While it aimed to blend the allure of a convertible with the performance pedigree of the Hornet, the outcome was a vehicle that struggled to reconcile its flashy image with its racing roots. Ultimately, the 1952 Hudson Hornet convertible brougham serves as a cautionary tale in the automotive world. While its stylish exterior and rare design captured the spirit of the time, its impracticalities and divergence from the performance that defined the Hornet ultimately rendered it a footnote in automotive history. Today, it stands as a reminder of the challenges in balancing innovation, design, and performance in the quest for automotive greatness.